assassin style.
Hey everybody, this is Daryl.
And this is Aaron.
And we're here to talk comics.
We are here to talk
And new releases
and new releases.
for this week, the week of June 3rd.
Week of June 3rd.
Aaron, what are some cool comics we can talk about today?
What do we want to start with?
Let's start with Action Comics number 41.
Let's start with Action Comics, number 41. I started to read this one, but mine actually had the beginning in there twice. But from what I gathered,
Is that part 1 or is that part 3? Josh was saying it was part 3.
part 3, from what I understand, you'll have to read Superman 41 to figure out what happened to lead in there, and then Superman 42 for some other thing.
Really? So basically we're waiting for the Jeff Johns or the Gene Hu Wai, whatever his name is, to write the book. What is that guy's name?
I can't remember.
Anyway,
I don't really know. What did he do? Like Get Hero or something?
I don't know what he did.
He did something.
But was it a good book, what you saw of it?
What I did read, I got the beginning in, and it was good. They definitely pulled me in. I'm still not sure what I think about all this, but I did hear that it's causing a buzz in the youngins. Maybe some more people read Superman.
Some youngins.
Some youngins.
Speaking of buzz, we'll get into Marvel.
There's a lot of buzz about Marvel.
There it is. Anyway, so would you recommend the book to people?
I would definitely recommend the book, and especially if you've been one of those that complain that Superman's too powerful, and this is a good time to jump in. Superman's pretty much human.
It's almost like his powers are now what they were originally when he was created.
It's almost less than that.
Yeah. He's more mortal than anything at this point.
Yeah, and everybody knows that he's Clark Kent. It's odd.
How are they going to put the genie back in the bottle?
In
Was it all a dream?
In my personal opinion, I think they're doing what they did in '91, where it's like, let's take Superman and Batman and pull them out of the picture and see if we can make you appreciate it more.
Yeah, that's my whole argument with Marvel. A lot of times you have an issue with Marvel does that, or whoever it may be. But a lot of times I think that's why they do that. It's like, hey, we got to change it up, make it interesting, add a new dynamic and layer to the character, also make you miss the character, but then when the character comes back, you have a new relationship between, say, a new Batman and the real Batman.
Yeah, I'm an old school fan, so I don't really need all that. But there's plenty of people that are not. They're skeptical about jumping into it. And the thing is, comics need to gain new readers and will stay around. So that's how it goes.
That's true.
As long as it's a good story, I don't care.
I was gonna say, if you like Superman, you should check out Bizarro number 1. This book is basically a buddy comedy with Jimmy Olsen. Now you might say, Bizarro. You go ahead.
Me, I'm not like Bizarro.
I knew you were gonna say that. So anyway, try out Bizarro number 1 if you really like Superman. If you want a buddy comedy with him and Jimmy Olsen, it's only a 5-issue miniseries. You should definitely check it out.
Come on.
If you're also looking for some humor, Batmite number 1. Now, I already hear Batman fans groaning a little bit here, but it's also a 5-issue miniseries. It's for all ages. It's for kids all the way up to 90-year-old people. So anyway, it's a cool book to try. Kids definitely should try this book. If you love Batman Brave and the Bold and Batmite in that series, or even the original Batmite if you're an adult, check this book out.
In my opinion, Morrison's the only one that can get away with using Batmite.
Of course, Grant Morrison.
Hey, that was good. Normally Batmite, sorry. For kids, it's great, though.
I know what you mean. Also, Batman Beyond, number 1, starring...
Do you really want to say it?
You gotta read the book to find out, but who is under the mask? Anyway, Batman Beyond. Give it away. No, I'm just kidding.
Futures End. You should have read.
Yeah, if you read Futures End,
it's going to have some Kirby people in it, like Mondi and Omac.
Oh man, I'm already excited. I actually bought number 1, haven't read it yet. Pretty stoked about it.
But we don't have to. I'm going to talk about it anyway because I've read it.
Yes, we do.
Oh, we do.
Man, it's a Joker cover. Don't give it away. Spoiler free, man.
Yeah. There's not much I can say without giving things away, other than. There's a lot of Mr. Miracle. The new Mr. Miracle costume is awesome.
I told you it would be.
And, they covered, for those of you who don't know the background of Mr. Miracle, Scott-Free, they kind of recovered that. Basically, this is old stuff, so it's no spoiler. Orion was Darkseid's side. Scott-Free was Highfather's side. The deal was made that in order to keep New Genesis and Apocalypse from going to war, that they would trade sons. So Scott-Free was thrown into the pits of Apocalypse, and Orion was... taught to be a new god.
Right.
So there you go. Scott-Free's not really happy about the fact that his dad turned his back on him.
But it was for peace.
It was for peace, and he's determined to get at Darkseid. And it was a pretty interesting exchange between Scott-Free and Darkseid.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that issue. I haven't read it yet, but it looks really awesome.
Really good. That's probably going to be the best thing DC's going to throw out all year. If you read anything, you read Justice League.
I agree. we agreed on the same thing. Also, Green Arrow number 41. Did you read it yet, Aaron?
I didn't get to read it yet.
Great jumping on point. The Green Arrow is going to have a slightly darker take. I believe the writer said it was going to have more of a horror element. So anyway, Green Arrow, if you like the TV show, like the character, this is a jumping on point. Try them out. Omega Men number 1. These guys killed Kyle Rayner. They're on the run. You might, if you liked Lobo and the original Omega Men, you want to check out this book. And the cover looks awesome. Just based on the cover alone, you should buy this book and try it.
Wonder Woman Annual number 1 finally gets her own annual. I don't think you have one.
Sold out.
It's in my fob. But anyway, that looks really good too. Donna Troy. We're getting some background on this universe's Donna Troy, not the last universe, because we already know her.
Right.
This universe.
Right.
What we've been calling the New 52, but it's just a different universe in the 52. So.
If you're confused, you're not alone.
That's how DC works. DC's got many universes, 52 of them as a matter of fact.
That's why people still buy their books. They're still confused.
Yeah, we're just trying to figure out how it goes.
but anyway, any other DC titles, or is that it?
What do you got anything you'd like to throw out there? We got some Batman 66, and there's Arkham Knight, another part to that. Midnighter.
Also, we've got the Young Gotham sampler for $1.
Grab Midnighter number 1. We should talk about Midnighter. It's new. Midnighter number 1. This is from the Wildstorm universe. He's Apollo's better half. Actually, I would say better half. He's crazy. He's like the crazy, unkillable Batman. There you go. Midnighter.
You want to try out some Young Gotham stuff? Grayson, Batgirl, Gotham Academy, $1.
$1.
You should try it.
Grayson's
for $1?
in it.
Just sold it to a guy for $1.
Okay.
Not really. He hadn't made it to the register yet. So, but anyway.
Well, I'm going back to the register because I already paid for these.
$1.
Yeah, okay.
$1.
I wanted to tell you that my brain is funny. That was a good presentation Saturday at the library on the history of comics.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I'm thinking, wow.
I studied really hard on that.
Yeah, yeah, it shows because
Good stuff.
I thought I will never look at my comic book collection the same way again.
And that's true, people.
It's always nice when we can provide some
Thank you.
knowledge, right now.
At the library, no less.
At the library, that's a place for knowledge.
So, in regard to independence, there's one book that I definitely want to mention. It's G.I. Joe, number 214. This is part 3 of the Death of Snake Eyes. You might want to check this book out.
Uncanny Season 2, number 3.
Jupiter's Circle.
Jupiter's Circle, number 3.
Airport. James Robinson. Just check it out. New number 1. It's basically they take a 1940s character. They don't know how to write the character, but the character visits them. And basically they're living in filth and he corrects them. Check it out.
The filth.
Introducing Thundercats Berserkers. Lion-O battles the Berserkers for the Sword of Omen. Top Spinner. Cruncher. Hammerhand. Ram-Bam. Berserkers. Lion-O and the Mutant Berserkers each sold separately from LJN.
What else we got, Aaron? What do you want to talk about?
I mean,
Superior Iron Man? You want to talk about that?
we jumping to Marvel now?
We're jumping to Marvel.
All right,
There
let's
is
do
no
it.
other company but
I
Marvel.
read that last night.
Was it good?
Was it good? Tom Taylor, was it good? Of course it was good. Pepper really just threw down with Tony, and that's all there was to it. And the ending of that book was definitely like, Tony's in a dark place, but he deserves to be. Oh,
Now, did it end with a question mark?
it just ended with that usual thing. Everything now is Secret Wars. Groot.
Groot number 1.
I am Groot.
Actually got rave reviews. Now here's the question: how can you take a full-fledged comic book and have Groot speak in it?
Well, I'm sure there's lots of bubbles that say I am Groot.
So yeah, hopefully there's thought bubbles that with what he's really saying. But anyway, Groot number 1. If you love Groot, check it out. Rocket Raccoon's in there too.
If
Read
you
it.
like Groot well enough, then I think you can kind of figure out what he's saying. Either that, or you kind of need Raccoon there to translate what you can't figure out.
Exactly. That's why they work so well together. So Superior Iron Man, would you recommend it to people?
Of course, this is the last part now, and I don't really know what's going to happen. This is one of my few complaints of Secret Wars is where do you go if you want to pick up on that.
So we're gonna get into that in the talk.
get into that.
We're gonna get into a Buzz video. Give us a few minutes or so. But
Mhm.
anyway,
Go
also
on.
Secret Wars number 3. Have you read it yet?
I haven't get to read it yet.
read it. Holy cow!
I flipped through it and
It
looks
blows
really
2 and number 1 out of the water. Great book, amazing book. There's the return of Spider-Man, Miles Morales, various others. You got to read the book.
cool. I
Check
heard
it out.
there's more than one Spider-Man.
There's more than one Spider-Man in this book. Definitely check it out. It's really. If you thought number 2 was like what, number 3 brings it all full circle. And Doctor Strange, where is he? Where does his loyalty truly lie?
I got through
read
the
book.
first few pages and I was questioning that at that point.
Yeah.
Since we're talking about Iron Man, Armor Brothers.
Yes, that deadly disease where it's so bad everybody has to wear a suit of armor. Have you read it yet?
I'd still not lie.
Someone finds out who or what caused the disease. In fact, they found the cure. Then that person gets murdered, and War Machine has to figure out who murdered them. Kingpin's in a giant gold suit of armor. You should read the book.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to reading it. I had to read Superior Iron Man first. I had to pick and choose a few, and I'd much rather that one because it's Tom Taylor.
I understand. Anyway, full review coming
Speaking
soon.
of good writers, I think I know what's coming next. Peter David.
Is that what you thought?
Yep.
Future Imperfect, number 1, the Maestro. It's the Hulk, and he's destroyed and decimated all the Avengers. What is this book about? We're not sure. Haven't read it yet, but it looks awesome. And Maestro will be in the post-Secret Wars. All new, all different Marvel Universe.
Peter David wrote it, and he wrote a lot of really good Hulk stuff. So I'm gonna go with that.
I know you're looking forward to this one.
Of course I am. I just haven't picked it up yet. I was short on money. But
Amazing
I
Spider-Man,
got
Renew Your Vows.
2 Spider-Man books in my file because Spiral came out too. Spiral number 3.
That's cool, Jerry Conway.
Jerry Conway, man. It goes Stanley, Jerry Conway.
Now, a lot of people are skipping these .1 issues.
You shouldn't
Give
be
them a
skipping
reason
these.
why. They should not.
Everything that is Spider-Man now, you either owe to Stanley or Jerry Conway. All those traditional stories
Death
that
of
we
Gwen
all,
Stacy?
yeah, Death of Gwen Stacy, all that stuff that we hold dear about Spider-Man was either Stanley or Jerry Conway. So how could you skip? I say, as a Spider-Man fan, how could you skip this book?
Exactly.
Call yourself a Spider-Man. I'm reading it.
I'm
Supposedly, I'm the DC guy.
Exactly. No, you should definitely read it. Check it out. But Amazing Spider-Man, Renew Your Vows. Spider-Man, back with Mary Jane, has a little girl. Also, a new villain named Regent who's going to be major trouble for the web slinger. Read
Always
the,
like
read
it
the
when he
book.
gets trouble, right?
We do.
Oh yeah.
Master of Kung Fu number 2.
This is personally, if I had to choose a book that's like my favorite with Marvel right now, it's this one right here.
It's really cool.
It's awesome. I mean, if you want the Iron Fist background, you need to be reading that book. It's also one of the best marriages of art and writing going on with Marvel right now. That's to say, Aaron and Dodderman. Dodderman's awesome.
Read it. Also, Battle World number 2, which we just sold out of. Years of Future Past, we just sold out of. We're actually ordering more copies today. We're going to have more coming in.
So tell me about Battle War number 2. I saw Kirby's name on there.
Haven't read it yet.
I went ahead and picked it up, but I don't know if I'm gonna keep getting it.
Understand.
But every time I see a name on there, like last time it was Williamson. We all like Joshua Williamson, especially Daryl Birthright.
Birthright.
But yeah, I saw Kirby on there. It's like, well, I guess I'm gonna get number 2 then. And those of you who came to the comic book meeting know about the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. issue coming up. That's gonna have some unreleased Steranko
And Jack Kirby art. It's really cool. You definitely want to check that out. Well, we just mentioned Years of Future Past. Also, Extinction Agenda, based off the old X-Men storyline. I think it was the first crossover in the 90s with all the X titles, if I'm not mistaken.
I do remember.
It stars Havoc. You might know him from, X Factor and the Uncanny Avengers. Cyclops' brother. Definitely check it out. And also, Little Marvel A vs. X. Let's just say superheroes, dodgeballs, and hilarity right here.
Who writes this one, Scotty Young?
Scotty Young.
I figured
So,
so.
and
He loves
that's
that stuff.
those are my picks for Marvel. And is there anything else?
No, I think we
Also,
Oh, whoa. Hold up.
oh wait, hold on.
Stop the press. Because I read this last night.
Yes. Oh, well, there was a game changer thing in this, wasn't it? A big cannon, a change to the cannon or something?
Yeah, there is a big twist to the person that was following around Solo that kind of looked like was wearing the Lando mask from Jedi. Yeah, we know who she is.
Yes.
But I'm not going to tell you. You better read
You
it.
gotta read it.
But I'll tell you this. For those of you who are Boba Fett fans, and you didn't read this comic, you're not a Boba Fett fan. Luke versus Boba Fett. That's
Ooh,
all I'm
that sounds
saying.
good.
Excellent.
Also, get the Gwen Stacy variant covers. Here's Doctor Strange, Gwen, and the Incredible Hulk. Definitely get these variant covers. So,
And since we're talking Star Wars, we also got Darth Vader #6, which ties in with Star Wars usually. They're usually pretty closely tied. You find out what Vader's doing in the background, and Star Wars tends to follow Han and Luke and Leia and Chewie. So there you go.
there you go. Any more
That's it.
comic picks you gotta say for this week?
Mm,
Because we're gonna throw in some commercials this time. You're not gonna know unless you made it all the way through the video.
I have to just simply say that the best reading out of the week has been Kung Fu,
I'm just gonna say visit BobbyBig.com, and I'm gonna let Aaron close.
Master of Kung Fu. And I'm Aaron. This is Big Bang. We got him. There you go.
No matter where you are, with Thumb Rustlers, it's just like being in a wrestling ring. With Hulk Hogan and Rowdy Roddy Piper.
1, 2, 3, kids!
Wherever you are, it's like real wrestling action. With Junkyard Dog and Bullfrog. Thumb Rustle anywhere with Hulk and the Iron Sheik. Okay, kids, back to class. Rustle anywhere with wrestling superstars Thumb Rustlers, new from LJN.